Welcome to the Pepperbird TV network. I'm Miss Welde Williams,
And I'm Mr. Wallah Richardson Jr.
and it is fun for us to be back together as a team to work on something that is near and dear to our hearts.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, everybody has been talking about the Pepperbird TV network. Voila.
hmm
You started this vision, and everybody's excited to hear what we have in stores.
Yeah,
So, I want to ask you some questions, and you can ask me some questions as well. Um, we have been doing some promotions, right?
absolutely.
And the wait is over. Is that right?
It is.
Okay. So we definitely gonna kick it off
Mhm.
with this first is our first introduction episode.
All right.
Is that what it is?
It is. It is. It
Okay.
is.
So I'm excited and you're excited as well. And I'm sure our listeners and viewers and supporters and donors they're really waiting to see what we have in stores.
Right. Right.
Okay. So, with that being said, we're going to kick it off. And I just have some questions for you, the founder of Pepperbird Network. Why Pepperbird?
So, first, let me thank our many listeners and viewers at home for joining us this evening on what I think is a historic moment in our community to launch this online television network called the Pepper Bird. This vision actually came to mind when I was the planning committee chairman for LABAC. Now, LABAC is the Liberian Community Association of Greater Charlotte. When I was called upon to serve, I tried to explore so many options to elevate our community, basically driving it to a sustainable growth and development. So one of the things that came to mind was online television network
Okay.
that can expand operations within our community, exposing all of our businesses, all of our activities, from religious activities to recreational activities, and just covering programs like birthdays, weddings, funerals, those things where folks from the outside can tune in because nowadays a lot of folks go on social media. It can be a ton of information, in this era in exposing our community. And then together we can all thrive.
Okay.
So that's how this vision came to mind. And I decided to work on it. I've been working on it for quite a while now.
Okay.
And I decided to reach out to you, knowing who you are, and I know you can be a very, very good fit for this network. I decided to ask you to be the general manager for this project.
So, but thank you for trusting me
Yeah.
to be a GM. But I want to know why you started, what need you felt in this community that this Pepperbird Network could solve? What needs you saw?
Well, information.
Okay.
Information, like I said, nowadays you have folks, a lot of folks. So I was talking with the mayor of Huntersville one time when I was in the car business, and she said to me that there are 10 families that moved to Huntersville. And Huntersville is just neighboring Charlotte every day. And I thought, wow. And, the population of African American there is like, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like 4%. And you have a lot of folks, a lot of traffic coming into Charlotte. You have a lot of folks moving here from all over the place. I thought it wise, like with all of this, migration stuff going on around here, I think it will be prudent because we have a really, really good history with the US. I think our presence should be felt here in Charlotte. And if we have our presence felt, then the more we can just seek donations from local partners
Okay.
as well as international ones. We can get to expose our country. There are lots of things that we can do. So when I had that conversation, I've been brainstorming about it, and the only way that I see possible at the time was to come up with like an online platform where we'll have a podcast like this. We'll also have live programs. So that was the thought behind it.
That's awesome that you said that. I like the fact that you're driving to partnership in other areas, tapping into the community to see what resources out there that we can bring into our community as well. That's
Mhm.
very good
Mhm.
that you said that. So tell me, what makes Pepper Bird different from other networks out there?
So we just want to be authentic. Okay.
Okay.
We
Tell me
want
more
to
about that.
be very, very balanced
Okay.
in our information dissemination,
Okay.
not bias. We want to get to the bottom of the story,
Mm.
so that way we not putting up story of character assassination and stuff like that. But we want to, deliver a true vision. A
Mm.
true vision is going to impact lives.
Okay.
Okay, a true vision that will impact lives, and the only way we can do it is being very true to ourselves, understanding our values, understanding our operations, sticking to the plan,
Mm.
and just making sure that we build something very vibrant here in our community, and we can inject a lot of integrity into it and make sure that folks can respect us from the outside. So I
Okay.
think this is something that we're going to build, and that's why I decided to go for the right minds and the right expertise to make this happen. Because I always say this with it, um, I'm Wallah Richardson Jr.
Mm.
I know what I know, and I
Mhm.
know what I don't know.
Mm.
And in areas that I don't know stuff, I always, seek education there or seek the basic help
Mm.
that will push me forward.
Mm.
So if you come up with dreams, your one cannot execute, you're gonna need people, right? You're
Mhm.
gonna need people. There's a whole lot of moving parts, but you always need people, and it's how you sell yourself that will kind of gel people towards you. So yeah, in just a nutshell, I want to build something very, very effective, efficient, very professional, and that we can have some respect to our institution. So I believe this will separate us from a lot of online media networks in terms of information dissemination.
That's awesome. I like that you said that. I like the fact that you're being true to yourself.
Mhm.
No matter what happens with this network, you're still true to who you are. Because at the
Absolutely.
end of the day, you're going to present yourself as Wallah Richardson Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
And you know what you know, and you know what you don't know. You reach out, and that's a good thing. And I think that's something we all can communicate to our community as well. That it's okay to reach out.
Mhm.
That's the message we want to send out to the community as well. Like, we're in the Liberian community, we're so stagnated, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes we get so comfortable
Mhm.
in our little cocoon that we're in.
Yeah.
And there's some reasons for that. But like you said, the vision behind this is you want to be able to partners with other organizations out there and other communities to shine more light onto the Liberian culture, because we are a unique culture, right? We are a
Yeah.
unique group of people,
Mhm.
and it's important that people know about us.
Mhm.
But now I want to switch over. There has been some things going on with the Pepperbird network so far, and you
Uh,
know,
yeah.
we are a people. If I can say this,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
we are a people. We do a lot of talking,
Mhm.
right? But we don't have a lot of action behind what we say,
Mhm.
right? So, since you launched the Pepperbird WhatsApp group,
Yeah.
that has been thriving. How many members we have on there now?
Approximately 320. It
Wow.
fluctuates, but about 320, between 320 and 325 as of now.
Wow, that's a huge group of people.
Mhm.
And that just shows the influence you have in this community. And I would love for this influence to be met with positive intentions, right? So, can you tell us, with the politicking that has been going on Pepperbird
Mhm.
WhatsApp group,
Yeah.
what would you say about that? And what can viewers look forward to in the future?
Yeah. Well, whether, you talk about Liberian people, I'm proud to be a Liberian.
Mhm.
And if I come back in this world, I want to be a Liberian. It's something that something that I cherish. But here's the fact, there's one thing you cannot eradicate from
Mhm.
Liberian culture is thoughts.
Mhm.
Like you said, many times there are lots of talks, less actions.
Mhm.
My very self is guilty of that,
Okay.
at some point, in my life, with a lot of interactions within the community. But I think a lot of times when people get information from the
Mm-hmm.
outside, you know, and not being inside to understand,
Mm-hmm.
it's good to really dilute the information and
Mm-hmm.
process it. And a lot of times we don't do that. So the WhatsApp platform over there, again, was established for the same purpose to promote our culture, to share some excitement in terms of entertainment. A lot of folks here love sports. They can go on there and just discuss and chat with people,
Mm-hmm.
in the community on sports and other things. Folks can better connect.
Mm.
This was way before the lie back politics. Okay,
Okay.
this is way before the lie back politics, but folks like to drag because we love politics so much.
So much.
So 90% of what we do as people like involves politics. So they drag the politics into it, and we just have to deal with it as it is. But my intent is not to attack anybody. My intent is not to cause confusion or disruption into the community. For me, I consider myself as a less confrontational person. I'm not here to bully.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here to kind of bring down what we all try to build. I'm
Gotcha.
all in for community development. I've supported every program of Lieback, even in the elections. All of the candidates, I know them very well,
Mm-hmm.
very well. Uncle Russ is like a father to me.
Mm-hmm.
So as Mama Jones, like a mother to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the Musu and the Emily was like a mother to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna come here and establish a network to
Mm-hmm.
go after these people. I'm
Right.
here to establish a network that promote each and every one of us. Calling for unity, calling for the right things to be done, sending out the right information. Trying to be as balanced because within all of our politics and everything, I still have my professional life. I have to be a professional, a great
Mm-hmm.
professional. So I'm not going to go out there and inject those negativity into the community that don't help us thrive. We
Gotcha.
should strive to do the right thing, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm going to be very, very straight and authentic in what we do. And I trust you a whole lot. I
Is
see you
that
to be
right?
a great
Ooh.
professional. You have some integrity there. You help me to make sure that this thing is balanced. It's not what people think it is.
Absolutely. I'm glad you trust me, to kind of support that. And like you said, professionalism, I feel like also one reason why I love the Pepperbird Network is the connections that we all have and we all share, right? With having that many people on the network so far, I'm excited for where this can go,
Yeah.
right? The things that this can do in our community, Pepperbird Network can do in our community. So I'm thinking about how can we move forward from just the organization, Lightback organization,
Hmm.
to talking about real issues in the community.
Hmm.
I'm invested in that,
Right.
right? Because this election is going to pass.
Yeah.
Lieback is an organization,
Hmm.
right? It's not a political organization. It's a service-based
It
organization.
is. It
And when it's
is.
all said and done, Pepperbird is still going to be Pepperbird.
Yes.
So how do we remove ourselves or separate what the message, our mission and vision that we use to establish this organization? How do we separate that from Lieback? Because right now I feel like Lieback is all Pepperbird.
Yeah.
So
So it's gonna be that way because we in election season. Trust me.
okay.
If this network was established
Prior.
a year back or 2 years back, you would have seen similar energy. It would have been
Okay.
quite different. At that time, we would have been strapped up to make sure we getting the people on there, tying our boots to get people in here. But now it's so easy because we're into the campaign season. A lot of folks want to come on there because they are energized to make sure that they push their candidate
Mm-hmm.
to spearhead the vision of this community for the next 3 years to come.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said, to separate lie back from what we have going on, this thing here is the entire community. I always say to people, there's a
Mm-hmm.
difference between community and association.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And a lot of times we, you know, get our eyes off the main thing and we
Mm-hmm.
focus on non-priority issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we shouldn't. Our association is, an entity funded by people. They pay
Mm-hmm.
dues, they thrive. In the community, we all get involved because of our shared heritage and culture,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we have to distinguish the two,
Absolutely.
because you can live in this community and choose not to be part of the association.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
if anything happened to you, the association can choose not to go, because the association should cater to its members. It should
Absolutely.
be there, trying to make sure that they have an impact on their members. But we are going to separate, LABAC, community politicking from this thing.
Okay.
This is strictly for educational programs. Like I'm sure we're going to dive into here pretty soon with all of our different programs we have, from
Mm-hmm.
family dynamics to teens talk to
Mm-hmm.
health and wellnesses to business and finance. There are a lot of folks that need information that will benefit them in those areas in our community. And that's where we're going to focus. That's where we're going to place all of our energy. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited of what we're going to build here in the future.
That's very good. That's awesome. So I'm glad that you're diving into like the different programs that we're going to have.
Hmm.
So I want to talk about me
Hmm.
as your GM.
Yes, ma'am.
What about me
Yeah.
that you saw that you felt like, Weldon would be a great general manager for your vision?
Mhm. Good question. For me, I do a lot of observations
Okay.
and I ask questions.
Mm,
And then once I ask questions, I gather my information,
mhm.
I go through it, I seek consultation,
Okay.
and then I pray about it.
You pray.
Yeah, I do.
I am shocked.
I do.
I'm just
And
kidding.
a lot of folks will be, but for me, it's not because I'm not a part of a
I'm
prayer
just
thing or
kidding.
anything, inshallah, right? But I'm a very prayerful person. I'm proud to be a
Okay.
Catholic. I'm a Catholic. I'm
Okay.
proud to be a Catholic. So when I put those pieces that I just listed together, one of the names that stood tall on there was Welde Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to reach out.
Mm.
I reached out and I said, hey, Whether this is it. I think like right now you'll be a great fit. Um, Based on everything that I've heard and processed, I have total confidence in you
Okay.
to move this network to where I believe we should be headed.
Mm.
All right. And it's going to take collective for us to do so. And I just, at this point in time within our community, especially with the different types of programs that I want us to focus on, you'll be a great fit. Like the family dynamics, the teens talk, and whatever. And I believe that you can control all of our different types of programs to make sure that folks are not, coming on the program for different reasons. They're gonna come
Mm-hmm.
for the right reasons in terms of program control. We're gonna set boundaries. We're gonna have rules and regulations. I believe you're a straight shooter, and
Mm.
you can make sure that hey, this is the way we doing things. We have standard operational procedures here, and we're gonna follow it. So I have total confidence in you.
That's awesome, Walla, that you said that. I'm thankful again for you giving me an opportunity to be able to dive into your world because I
Hmm.
have my world as well. And I
Absolutely.
understand, Pepperbird is in this infancy stage right now.
Hmm.
And it's important for us to be careful what we do with it
Hmm.
because, you want to nurture this baby really well.
Right, right, right.
So I'm assuming in the upcoming months, because we are in this infancy stage, it's going to be, we are not, I'm hoping we are not going to put so many things out there or give expectations to our viewers, our supporters, thinking that this is what it's going to be,
Mm-hmm.
right? I want to be clear with that. So we're going to put our feet in the water a little bit,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Tap in there a little bit and
Yeah.
see how things get. And then, if it's successful, we run with it. If it's not, we change. So I'm assuming we're open to change and we are
Sure.
open to making mistakes, accepting our mistakes, and what have you. So are you cool with that?
Absolutely. I'm one person who never see failure as failure.
That's why
I
we
see
have
it as a way to
relationships.
learn and
Yes,
improve. So
absolutely.
yeah.
As an educator, I always say to my kids, that's why we have erasers on pencils, because when you make mistakes, you got to go and erase your mistakes and learn from that mistakes,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So I'm excited about that. So tell us more about what viewers can look forward to in the upcoming weeks, upcoming months.
So we're gonna have series of programs
Okay.
in the upcoming months, from educational programs to political ones. And when I say political ones, I don't want folks think that we having a campaign debate or anything. That is, it's none of those things. But I will be inviting some some of the front runners
Okay.
in the community to come and explain their vision,
Okay.
why they want to lead
Okay.
in the various positions they're contesting,
Okay.
and just understanding them for the person or whoever they are, and not the politics.
Gotcha.
Want to
I
know their
like that.
family background, want to know
Yeah.
their upbringing, want to know, how have they volunteered in other areas that, have helped the community. So we're not going the political route to, attack people around, but we just want to understand the candidates, like
Gotcha.
candidates unfiltered.
Gotcha.
So bring out the real person behind the politics. You know what I mean? So we'll be focusing on programs of that aspect. I'll be also inviting the election commission for them to come
Okay.
and explain to us how they intend to conduct a free and fair elections. We'll be bringing some religious leaders on here
Okay.
sometimes to come and talk, and we'll be bringing some financial experts, as we dive into our different programs. So this is the direction we are going to be heading. We're going to be heading in that direction. I'm so excited for the opportunity. I just can't wait.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, with that being said, Mr. Richardson, do you have any questions or reservations? Like,
Yeah, I think I like to ask you. I think I like to ask you. How do you feel? How do you feel about How do you feel about the network so far?
you know what? This is so brand new territory to me.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I'm an educator.
Mhm.
I love, love, love my babies,
Mhm.
right? I love what I do there. So coming out of that comfort zone and just tapping into this new territory for media stuff
Mhm.
is brand new. So I like to challenge myself and to see what I can do, to see what my community needs and what I can provide to them. So I feel a little bit excited and a little bit nervous at the same time, believe it or not.
Right.
But I'm still like excited to see what we can birth out of this
Yeah.
Pepperbird Network.
Okay. Yeah, that's very good. I think as time go by, we'll gel in, and
Absolutely.
we are going to make this successful. So, do you have any message as the GM for the Pepperbird to folks who see us because of I don't want to say the bombastic stuff that go on in the chat rooms and stuff, and think that this is a political movement instead of an educational platform that will benefit all of us? What message do you have to folks who have those type of thoughts?
Well, one thing I want to say to folks who have those thoughts is that with everything, like you said earlier, our community, we are highly political people, right? Another thing I notice with us is that we love information,
Yeah.
but what we do with that information is the problem. Well, I like to give information, but I like people to use the information. So what I'm looking forward to with this network, and that's what one thing when you invited me to be part of this birthing process with Pepperbird, when I looked at everything, I said, well, what first question I asked myself, how can this network benefit the community? Right?
Sure.
It's not that we are people, we have been inundated with so much information. Everybody can talk. Everybody can talk,
Yeah.
but not everybody can implement, right? So I want us to move from the informational stage to the implementation stage. And this is why I love the programmings that we are going to have, because we're going to give practical steps on how to move from information to implementation, right? So I'm excited about that. And one thing that's what I've been thinking in my mind is like, okay, everybody can go on the internet and look up information, but how do we teach the people to apply these things. So I'm looking forward to that.
Great. That makes me excited. That makes me excited. What we cooking here,
Absolutely.
I think it will be prepared very well. And
Absolutely.
I just want to use this medium while you're here to thank Brother Eric Trump.
Definitely. Oh,
Brother Eric
yes.
Trump, is the driving force behind this, because
Yes.
I've been sitting. It's not like I sit on the vision. Everything comes with
Yeah,
you know, some type of financial responsibility to get things done.
absolutely.
So that's why I was trying to go the other way around when I first thought about this thing through,
Mm-hmm.
an institution.
Mm-hmm.
But when that didn't work out pretty well, I still respected everything that was going on, you know, in that institution. But I just didn't have the drive. And
Okay.
Brother Tom was the one that God sent,
Mm-hmm.
to come up to give me that drive.
Mm-hmm.
And he started this thing on his birthday and say, "Hey, I'm gonna donate 250 to the Pepper Bird to bring out Brother Richardson's vision,
Mm-hmm.
for this community." And I said, "Well, if a guy is coming and actually donating,
Mm-hmm.
the first finance to this effort, I need to match it."
Mm-hmm.
So I matched it, and the rest of the folks matched the energy.
Mm-hmm.
And donations started coming in, and he was very proactive throughout. He was like, we have to get this thing done, we got to get the equipments and all that. He was on the people constantly
Mm-hmm.
in the chat room, and I just want to thank him for that. Sometimes people get misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
Eric is Eric.
Absolutely.
He
Mm-hmm.
have his
Mm-hmm.
side of him, but he's a
Yeah.
very good guy, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
Yes, he is.
Folks might disagree with me, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm an independent man, have my
Mm-hmm.
own mind to speak. I think he's a very good brother, a very
Mm-hmm.
professional guy too.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes sometimes somebody else
Right.
to help. It takes other people to come and
Mm-hmm.
push, the narrative that will, excel or for excellence.
Yes.
So I want to thank Brother Tom, for pushing us, and I wish him
Thank
all
you,
the
Eric.
best in the military, because he's our army man. I call him the army the sergeant,
Yes,
right?
he is.
So yeah, he's a good guy. I don't know if you want to have a word or two for the brother.
Definitely. I've come to know Eric, and Eric has been one of those people who I call him a destiny helper,
Hmm.
right? He sees people's vision and he supports that vision, right? Um, there are people, and like you said, I like the way that you said it, in your opinion, he's who he is to you.
Hmm.
But we have to learn to separate people's behaviors from personalities, right?
Absolutely.
And his behavior, we don't know what drives those behaviors,
Yeah.
because he has been pushing Pepper Bird. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you,
Oh yeah.
he
Yes.
has been making it very hot.
Yeah.
So we don't want to forget about Eric. Eric is definitely our destiny helper,
Yeah.
right, in so many other ways. And one of these days we will get Eric here to kind of share some of the things that he has been doing
He can't
behind
wait.
the scenes. I know you can't wait, Eric, to be here with us, but we definitely want to appreciate you for everything that you do for this community, whether through words or through deeds behind closed doors. I've seen the work that you have done behind closed doors. You don't like to talk about it because you like to do the mouthing thing, but we really truly appreciate you, and we pray that there are more men out there like you who can support one another's vision, right? This is what we called iron sharpening iron,
Hmm.
right? Or, so we definitely want more men like that. Now that he has sowed a seed into your vision, I'm sure you will go one of these days and sow seed into somebody else's vision.
Hmm.
That's what we want to be able to do, right?
All right.
So we're about to come to the end of this discussion,
Mhm.
but can you tell us more of what the viewers or anyone who wants to get in contact with the Pepperbird Network, what are the steps that they can take?
Yes. So when we launched on Saturday, June the 20th, our website is now up and running. We launched everything. You just go online to the Pepperbird TV network. You're gonna have a series of information on there. We are on Facebook. In the soonest possible time, we will expand across other social media. So we set up on YouTube, stuff like that, because we are going to be having some live programs. So you can tune in to the Pepperbird TV network. I promise you, it's gonna be your number one TV network here in Charlotte, and soon to take over. We have a lot of good things in store, and I'm the type of guy who like to tap into the right minds. I'm gonna do that. As I drive this thing to a sustainable growth and development, we are gonna bring the right people, the right skill set that will help us. Um, Here, there's no beak it to what it is. We're gonna try to make sure to get everyone involved. We are gonna work with our young people in the community. I'm calling on all of the parents. If you have a young child or children, aspiring to be a media practitioner, you can send them our way. We are here to help them reach their goals, to help push them along with you as a parent. We believe, that way we can impact, this community. So send your child or children to work with us, because our operation is going to be very, very big, and I cannot do it alone. Whether cannot do it alone. We're going to need people, and we are appealing to you. But this network is going to be a very, very good network, that folks will love in years to come.
Definitely. Well, I like everything you said, and I'm sure when you have, for those of you out there who would like to be featured on the Pepper Bird Network, we will continue to spread out information on how you can be part of this network. Please, please, please fill out our form if you want to be here and let us know what it is that you would like to talk about and how you want to partner with us. We are also looking for partners as well. Let's talk about our partnership with IYCG.
Okay. Yes. In terms of the partnership with IYCG, it birthed from the same mindset, partnering with everyone. I've spoken with the CEO there, Konkai York.
Okay.
And then I also spoke to Brother Eldred, who is the CEO of Neo Television and Equipment. And, right now, that aspect, he has a lot that he's working on. So he volunteered to tap in when, it's necessary. And Brother Yuck, right now, who is the CEO of IYCG Technology, is available to help us drive this thing. It comes with tapping into the right minds, the right skill set, and we are going to get everyone involved, as we go along with our operation. But we have total confidence in the work of IYCG Technology. And as we go along, we will rely upon, their expertise to help us get on our feet, because we are a newly established television network. We need to learn from the right minds,
I like that.
so that we can promote this vision the right way.
I love that. So right now, everything that we're doing is powered by IYCG Media and IYCG Technologies. So we want to give them props for giving us quality network filming.
Absolutely.
Okay, so make sure if you want your media needs, contact IYCG Media and IYCG Technology. We want to give it up to Brother Konkai York for all that he does for this network. It's a great partnership.
It'll be a great partnership with the Pepperbird TV network, and we are going to be partnering with a lot of people. Our doors are going to be open. We are going to work together. But yes, this is just quality right here.
I
The
love
way
it.
Brother York has been, controlling and working his group there. I think it's a good thing, and yeah, we'll work together perfectly.
Definitely. Shout out to our production media team, IYCG. So we invite you into our worlds,
Yeah.
and we would love to come into your world. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, I am Miss Welde Williams.
And I'm Wallah Richardson Jr. again. And
Thank you
soon
all.
we'll be announcing our partners, because we are building some partnerships. So we just want to thank you for following us.
Thank you so much, everyone, and have yourself a wonderful night.
All right. You
All
take
right,
care.
bye now.
Yeah.